thieving's a way of life.
They call you no fear. What's that?
Because I don't give a mate.
Hey?
I don't give a about nothing. I'll do anything. Don't bother me what it is.
How are you going to get into the house?
Don't know. But I'll find out. Don't worry about me getting into the house, but I'll find a way. It could be any way. Them keys in that house, we're laughing. We are laughing.
The trade in cars stolen to order is no laughing matter for the victims. Richard Swift and Kath Gass had no idea their car was a target until thieves burst into their kitchen looking for the car keys.
When I came through into the kitchen, Kath went and sat in the living room, came in to put the tea on. All of a sudden, the door basically just burst open. 3 men entered the room, all dressed in black, black gloves, black balaclavas, brandishing clubs, wooden clubs really.
The first one that come in stood behind me. I was sat on the sofa. He was away from the wall. He came and stood behind me. He held his piece of wood up and had his hand on my shoulder.
First thing they said was basically, where's your car key? Give us your car key now. So I said, right, fine, you can have the key. They just said to us, stay where you are, don't move, and run for the door.
Still really shocked and not thinking rationally. It was just sort of like, have they got knives and guns? And I thought to myself, no.
My first thought really was to stay put, ring the police immediately and lock the door.
I was very angry. I just ran over to the door and, you know, I just saw red.
I came out to the house, I chased the third guy towards the car park there.
I couldn't see Richard or anything. I could hear him beating him up and
then the next thing I can remember was a blow at the back of the head with the wooden club. At that point then I pulled away. He continued to hit me. I was basically trying to cover up and I was calling for help. There was a slight pause in the attack and then I felt a shuddering blow to my leg.
Richard started shouting they broke my leg. I started panicking then. I was immobilised, you know, I couldn't really do anything. I couldn't defend myself or, you know, help get him off Richard or anything.
It just seems crazy really that people would go to those lengths, you know, to steal a motor car.
Stay with us as Keith plants his gnome cam to catch a thief. And the stage is set for our most elaborate sting yet.
Has the target got out of the vehicle, Redding?
The bait is tantalising. He's opened the door. He's closed it. He's driven around.
Can anyone confirm whether he's lost count of the vehicle? Over.
We're on a mission to sting the reckless housebreaker Shane No Fear Parker. And I'm on my way to set up an operation more elaborate than anything we've ever done before. Remember Shane? He's the burglar who's trying to steal the keys for what he's been told is a very special car waiting on the drive. He's happy to travel 200 miles north for a job he thinks is going to be a pushover, but he has no idea what's in store.
We're about to leave our Aston Martin out as a bait for our target man, Shane. But first, a reminder of what he's all about. He's the guy who said this.
Don't worry about me getting in the house, mate. I can get in the house. I've done loads of jobs like this. Them keys in that house, we're laughing. We are laughing.
And who could forget, he also said this. They call you no fear. What's that?
Don't give a about nothing. I'll do anything. Don't bother me what it is.
Shane calls himself No Fear. Well, let's see if we can scare the living daylights out of him. He's on his way north, but stops at the services to meet our undercover team one last time to finalise his plans.
What was the last car you took when you broke in?
BMW, M3.
BMW?
BMW.
But you got a few bob for that.
On the order burner, $5 grand.
How'd you get into the house?
Came by the back door later. No fear, we're all double eyes and we can use a claw arm, like a decent claw arm to claw the little windows open.
You got it on the key?
Yeah, that one's good. It's easy on the keys, you don't have to make a mess and there's a car there, do you?
Yeah. You seem very relaxed anyway. Hey, are you? Are you nervous?
No. Really good mood.
Well, let's see just how long that good mood lasts. We're setting the stage for our most outrageous sting yet. The Aston Martin's on the drive, but we've disabled the engine. Shane won't be going anywhere in a hurry, leaving me some time to get to know him better.
We're just about ready. Now remember, this is what our friend is after, the car keys. But the betting right now is how he's going to get them. Will he break in through the front, the side, or the back? Any which way, and we've got it covered. From there. And on the doors, from there. And on the windows, from that camera there. Either way, for our man, no fear. The chips are down.
This week, Keith bites back at the trade in stolen goods.
It may seem a haven of tranquility, but in reality, this humble hideaway is more likely to get broken into than your house, where sticky rather than green-fingered thieves rake it in, selling stuff like stolen bikes and gardening equipment. We're planting this brand new mountain bike in our garden shed and keeping an eye on it using our gnome camera over there. Not only that, but when it gets nicked, we'll be keeping tabs on it using this tracking device. So when the bicycle thieves think they've made a clean getaway, we'll be there to put the brakes on.
We leave the shed for now and see how long it takes for our light-fingered friends to appear. So what makes a shed so appealing to a burglar? Reformed thief Jason has all the answers.
How would you break into this?
Well, I'd come in from the back at the bottom of the garden, screwdriver the door. If there was a big lock on it, I'd just take the hinges off the door.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
In and out. Or else you just...
Or smash the glass, yeah.
So, it's, you know, it's as easy as it can get, really, burglary.
Yeah, pretty simple to get in there, yeah.
And nearly as lucrative as the main house.
Yeah, sometimes you end up making more cash out of a shed than you would an house. A lot of burglars that just target sheds and garages.
And would the magistrates and the courts kind of look a little less seriously upon breaking into a garage or a garden shed rather than a house?
Yeah, they would.
Looking in there, how much do you think is there? How much would you make?
A few £100 in there.
A few quid for you? How long would it take you to convert all these goods into cash at your local fence?
Half hour.
On a risk and reward basis, garden sheds and garages are, you know, pretty good for burglars, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
All is quiet in the garden, and Keith's bike is safe and sound in the shed. But as soon as night falls, the shed receives a visitor, and it's not one of the Big Sting team. And in just 10 seconds, they're in. The thief's looking straight at our camera, though he doesn't see a thing. And he's away, taking our bike with him.
Well, we knew it had happened, and it has. The bike's been in the shed for 6 days, and it's gone. But we're going to have to track it, because I've just spent £1 on this bell, and I want my bike back.
After 4 days on the move, it finally stops long enough for us to track it down. Only a few streets away from our shed.
Hi, mate, excuse me. I'm sure there's something you can explain to me, but I lost my bike the other day. Right, and we've got this tracking device here, and it says it's in here. Honestly, all I've got was the bell off my bike. It takes me 4 times longer to get into work with just the bell. I mean, I'm sure there's some explanation for it and stuff, but
Can you give me 2 seconds?